All right, now it's time to start dressing this up a little bit and make this look a little bit different and things like that. Now, there's lots and lots and lots of possibilities here. So this is where you can kind of begin to make some decisions about the way you want it to look. Let's go to work on this. First of all, I would like for this part in here that says Mr. Arvin's website, I would like for that to be centered. All right, well, there's several ways to do it, but here's one way. If I drag over it and I go to the Format menu and I go to Align and I go to Center, right there, Format, Align, Center, bingo. All right, so now that website title is going to be in the center of that table, and I like that a lot better. I'm going to do the same thing with this subtitle right here. I'll just drag over it and I'll go up to the Format menu, I'll go to Align, and I'm going to center that. Now again, that's not the only way to do it. You might find other ways to do it, but that is a way to do it. All right, now the next thing I think I might want to do, and again there's a lot of ways to do this as well, I'm going to drag over my title here that says Mr. Arvin's website, and I'm going to go down here to where it's on the Properties panel. There's a button that says Format, and it has several different settings here. I think I'm going to make this a heading 1. Heading 1 would be like one of the most important things on the page. Well, it is pretty important. It's the title of the site, so I'm going to use heading 1 for that, and I can drag over here on the subtitle, and I'll go down here to the Format button on the Properties panel, and I'm not going to make it a heading 1. I would rather have it a little less important than the title, so maybe a heading 2 or a heading 3 even. Heading 3 looks pretty good to me, and those are all on this Format menu right here, where you can set them kind of in order of their importance. So far I'm in pretty good shape. Now for this text, I would just like for it to be, I certainly would like for it to be bigger. So what I can do there is I'll actually just go to Format and go to Page Properties here. I'm sorry, go to Modify and go to Page Properties. And under this first category right here, where it says Appearance CSS, I'm going to make a couple of changes. First of all, I'm going to change this default font to a different family. These are groups of font styles, and you can pick whatever you want. You can see what you like. I'm looking in here for this Arial Black family right here. I kind of like this one, so I'm going to click that. All right. If you want to see what that looks like, you can click the Apply button, and you'll see it update kind of behind where I'm working here. It updates, and you can see what it looks like now that I made it Arial Black. All right, now for the size of these things, for just regular text that you haven't changed to be like a paragraph or a heading 1 or a heading 3 or whatever, you can set some sizes here, and there's several options, and you can experiment and see what you like. I'm going to set it at about 18 and apply that. And again, that's going to make this stuff over here on the left-hand side where it says in digital tools we design all kind of, that makes it a little bit bigger, and I kind of like the way it looks. It's looking pretty good. Now, you can also, if you wish, you can change the text color. There's an option to do that. I'm actually going to leave my text black, but there's a chip here for text color, and you can change it if you want to. You can also change the background color of your page. This would be for the whole page. And I think I am going to change that. I'm going to change that to a gray color. And if you want to see what it looks like, you can click Apply, and it will give you a little preview of how that's coming along here. All right, we're looking okay there, not bad. All right, so if you get these kinds of things all set, then you can go ahead and click OK. All right, so this is starting to look a little bit better. Now, I'm still going to dress this up some more. I'm still got some work that I want to do here. So I'm going to click up here anywhere in the top part that says Mr. Arvin's website, and I want to show you something that you can do if you wish. I mean, it doesn't look bad right now the way it is, but I'm going to click up there, and down here on the Properties panel at the bottom, there's a little chip that says BG for BG color here, and I think I'm going to make and this is only going to be that one row, that top row, I'm going to make the background of that orange, like that. All right. Now on the second row where my subtitle is, I'm just going to click there anywhere on that row, and I'm going to come down and use that same little chip right there, background color, and I'm going to make that white. All right, actually, I think I made that kind of a grayish color. I'm going to go with white. All right. In this box where I've got my little description about, we use programs like Photoshop, Illustrator, I've got this little description. I'm going to click in there. Just put a period on that. I'm going to click in there and come down to this BG color, and I'm going to use that same orange that I used before. I'm pretty sure it's this one, but you can use that little eyedropper and just go click and make sure they match. Okay. All right, making some progress. This is starting to come together. Now the only part left over here is these links. Well, there's some things that I kind of want to set up for the links before I do too much to this. So I'm going to go back up to the Modify menu up at the top. I'm going to go to Page Properties. And I'm going to go to this part that says Links CSS. Very good. All right. Now, and I'll move this over just a little bit so I can kind of peek at the things I'm going to do now are going to affect these things over here, like Iron Man poster and solar system and all that kind of thing. So first of all, I can change their size if I want to. If I want to say, let's make them large. All right, you can work with the size if you want. You can apply that and see what that does. I don't think it really made a big difference in this case. I kind of had them fairly good size anyway. But you can do whatever you want there. If I want them to be 14 point and say apply, then anything that I link up will be 14 points, 14 pixels. I think I'm just going to go ahead and set it on large and click apply. All right, now the link color, this would be before you click on something, if it's never been used before, you can pick what color you want it to be. A lot of times on a website, a link that you can click is a different color. Okay, well, let's see, what do I want to do here? I think maybe I'll make the link color kind of a not really a yellow, but more of a tannish yellow kind of thing. But this is where you can decide what you want. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Link color. All right, now visited links are after you've clicked on one and you've already used the link before, it changes color. That happens a lot on websites, so I'm going to make that white. Okay. Rollover links. This is for when your mouse is over the top of it. When your mouse comes over the top of a link, a lot of times you'll see this on websites. The link will actually change color when the mouse is hovering over it. All right, so I think a lot of times web designers use red for that, so I might just kind of go with the standard there. I'll use red for a rollover appearance there. And the active links is when you're actually pushing the button down. When you're actually pressing on the button, do you want it to change color when you're pushing the button? And for whatever reason, kind of the standard is purple for that. A lot of web designers use purple. You don't have to use purple if you don't want to, but I'll go ahead and kind of just follow the web design rules that a lot of people use. All right, now the underline style is kind of up to you. You can make it show the underline only when a mouse is rolling over it. You can say always show an underline, never show an underline. You can make it have an underline but then hide the underline when the mouse is rolling over. That's kind of up to you. I'll do show underline only on rollover. All right, now I'm going to apply this and I'll click OK. It doesn't look like anything happened yet. Nothing happened over here on this Iron Man poster and solar system, Magellan movie and all that. Okay, well, here's where it's all going to come into play. What I need to do now is take these things over here, this list over here, and I got to connect them to the other pages. All right, so I'm going to drag over this thing that says Iron Man poster, and there are several ways to do it, but I'm going to show you how to use what's called the pick whip. I just like the name, the pick whip. All right, down here on the properties panel, you'll see this box that says link, and there's an empty field there, and then there's this little, it kind of looks like a compass. It says point to file. All right, well, this is for the Iron Man poster, which is going to be my poster page. Watch how this works. If I click this and drag it, you'll see this arrow stretch out, and I want that to go to the poster page. Pow, like that. Got it. All right, now for solar system here, now notice it changed color. See that? Because it's now a link. It's now been turned into a link. So for solar system, I'm going to come down here and I'll grab this pick whip or the point to file thing, and that's going to go to the solar page. Remember, I made a page that says solar HTML. Okay, good. Right there. All right, for the Magellan movie, I'm going to drag it. Magellan. Good. For the event movie, I'm going to drag over it. Use the pick whip here. Event movie. Just drop it right on there. Good. For the podcast, I'll take the pick whip and I'll put it on podcast, the podcast page right here. Got it. And bingo. Those have all been turned into links now, and they have that kind of yellowish color that I picked out for my links. Now I'm going to save this page. I'll click File and I'll click Save. And if you wish, you can also do this. You can go to the File menu and go to Preview in Browser, and Dreamweaver will look at the browsers that are on your computer and decide, okay, what do you have on here? Do you have I've got Firefox, I've got Internet Explorer, I also happen to have Google I'll get it out in a minute, Google Chrome. So you could preview it in any of them. I'll just click Firefox for right now. And there we go, not bad. And you can see my little rollovers here. Alright, I've kind of got it all laid out. It's not looking too bad. Now there are a couple of changes I might make in the next movie, but for right now, the basic layout of that is done. I'm going to close this Firefox preview window, and I just want to make sure that my index movie is saved. It is, or my index file is saved. So that's the end of this session. I've got the index thing kind of put together. There's a little more work I might do with it, but that'll come in the next movie.